Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Encounters, the late night spiritual talk show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. We're glad to have you with us tonight, and it's going to be a great night tonight, as always. Good evening, planet Earth. All right. And we're glad to be with you tonight here. Hey, Jersey for Life, Jess Parker, everybody. Ines, Big Time, Jasper, Jersey for Life, good to see you. We got our apple cider Carissa, Loretta. And you're not missing anything. We just got on here. I was looking at various types of UFO footage that's being posted for November. And we might show you some various types of things people are seeing all over the world a little bit later in the show. Doc Wood, welcome. K Mac, everybody, Gary Haas, hello out there in Iowa. One Toyota, good to see you. We're doing well. We appreciate everybody coming in here. Supreme Alchemist. This is the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media, so welcome. Nancy, good to see you, Lisa. Kim, Julie, Guy, welcome. Julie Richard, welcome to the show. Everybody, all the new people. Acid TV, we're doing well. Hey, Leona, good to see you. And thank you so much for the heart, the lightning bolt. We appreciate all that, Jared. Thank you for the heart. Garden of Roses, good to see you. Good evening. And everybody else out here. And most of our shows are on YouTube, Astro Command Spaceship News. I think I might be one, maybe two behind. I'm trying to make sure all those shows are on my YouTube channel. If you missed any of our shows, you can check our YouTube channel out anytime, 24 hours a day. On YouTube, all my past shows from 2024, 2023. You'll find them out there. So we appreciate everybody's support. And you're a great group of folks all over the planet. And we appreciate you being here. And Tahar, that's the one word I say. Tahar is something that comes from off planet. It's an actual thing. So I usually say that when I get that mustache thing going. Thank you for the gift. And we have no idea what's going to happen. Jersey for Life, thank you. We have no idea what's ever going to happen from day one when we do this show. It's so spontaneous, I don't even know who the guests are going to be. And that's a beautiful part of the show. I never know who's going to be here. It could be somebody who's been a contactee with positive contact with space people. It could be somebody who's been abducted. It could be somebody who is studying crop circles. It could be somebody who has a lot of knowledge on Antarctica and the inner Earth civilizations that are in our planet. We go all over the place here. It could be people that are in tune with the fairies or the mer people, Bigfoot. We get into all that here, right on Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media. So we'll be on here with you tonight till 1 a.m. This is a 2-hour show. A 2-hour show tonight, everybody. So get seated, find a place to sit, relax. Ryan Storm, welcome to the show. Keith Akari, I think Wallace Dockery, I think it is Don D. Hey, Marshall Art, good to see you. Good evening. Drew 308, everybody coming in here. Wants and something. Xander Midnight, good to see you. I want to collaborate. I record UFOs on my channel. Xander Midnight records UFOs on his channel. So maybe Xander will be one of our guests. And I think Xander's saying that he or she or they go out and record UFOs. Let's see, $2, welcome. Gazelle, good to see you. I'm also host at WESUFM.org's Cosmic Eye Radio every Sunday, NPR Pacifica Radio for 21 years. Check out WESU.org. We have everything there from the Grateful Dead to reggae, jazz, Americana. It's a great station. WESU FM. I'm a little bit biased because I'm there, but it's definitely one of the few freeform, non-commercial, listener-supported stations in the United States here. Jan R., good to see you. Lynn X, good to see you. Thanks for the share. Blanca, Estella, welcome to the show. Hey, Greta, good to see you. Jennifer, DeBell, everyone coming. JJ, hey, JJ, Larry, everybody, just in general, everybody, welcome to Encounters. I can do a roster of every single person in here, but that would take all night. Lavola, good to see you. Lacey Wheeler, 651, hello, good to have you with us. Amina, thank you for the gifts. So we're just getting settled in here, getting relaxed. Everyone get relaxed, settled in, find your own space. Our studio is so big, it takes over the whole planet. We have studios all over the world. So wherever you are, get a good seat, maybe some apple cider, maybe some hot cocoa, or whatever. It's cold out or whatever, but relax. We got a great show coming tonight, folks. As always, Erica G., welcome. And yes, we do have the apple cider. We'll be getting another gallon this weekend. Absolutely. We still have enough cider to make it through the weekend, so we're good. Oh, yeah, always apple cider for sure. I think part of the key thing is beyond the subject. Now, someone has a question about Bashar. I know a lot about Darrell Anka. He's one of the few people I've actually been kind of following for years before he was well known. Good to have you with us, James. And this is really a talk show about the spiritual aspects of UFOs. Some people on YouTube and other stuff get into like nuts and bolts. I don't get into nuts and bolts. Am I taking implants out? Most likely I'll be doing at least 1 or 2 tonight, I'm sure. If you're new to this show, you've probably heard over TikTok land on social media in general that I'm able to. My father, basically, let me give you a background about myself here for new people, because I want it to be very transparent. So I'm a starseed. I, like any other kid or any other baby that was born on Earth, I had human parents. I have a brother. I have cousins and relatives, just like everybody else, no different. But, and the word "but" comes in here. When I was a kid, I had my contact with space people that were human. In light blue outfits, all right? And I always like to tell this story because I never know who's new or not new. And I went upstairs in the cul-de-sac in my brother's room, opened the wooden blinds, and there was a spaceship, a saucer-type craft with men and women and young adults, what I call young adults, I was a kid, in this ship. And they were all looking at me from the ship. There must have been lots of people. And as I was looking at it, they telepathically communicated with me and said that I was not from this planet when I was a kid. They told me, you're not from here. You are human, but you're not from this planet. And I didn't know what that meant. I was just a kid. That's the first time, you're growing up I grew up as a kid in Long Island, New York State when I was a kid, but I mostly lived in New England. And then when that happened to me, I went downstairs, I was real excited, I wanted my mom and dad to come up and my brother. And nobody came up. I was like really upset. No one came upstairs. I wanted to show them the spaceship. I wanted to show them the people that were in the ship, but they didn't come up. And I couldn't understand why no one came up. And the next thing I know, I'm going back up, open the blinds, the ship is still there, the people are still there. And the one thing they left me with, and they said to me that you're not from here. You are human, you're born here, but you're not from here. And I didn't quite understand any of that as a kid. But as I got older, I had many, many sightings of what I call various sized spaceships or UFOs that were not of this planet. And I've had many experiences over life. As I got older, I started remembering who I was. I remembered my space name, my off-planet name, which was Aleon, A-L-E-O-N. Aleon is my name. When I'm off-planet, that's my actual name. So then I knew I was CmdrAleon. And what did that mean? What is a CmdrAleon? It means I'm in control of my own spiritual cosmic being. Nobody controls me. Nobody could control my consciousness at all, because I didn't come from here. Hey, Sam, good to see you. So this gives me a little bit of background for people that are new to the program or have heard of me. Now, when it comes to my father on the ship, the way I understood it, touched my forehead and activated something in me that wasn't activated. And whatever it was, I'm able to, and my sister April's able to as well. We're able to take out implants, and so everything I do is documented. No one could dispute what I do because people have seen it on my show. People have witnessed it. I am able to take out negative ET implants and destroy the implants. And after I do that, I put a protection shield around the person. I've done that, and I've done it for a few months now. A few months now. So it's I'm used to it. I know what I'm doing when I take out the implants. All my people, some of the people on here who've had their implants taken out will tell you that they are totally different than they were before that. And I accept the responsibility of what I'm able to do. And when I take out the implants, I take out the implants for free. I don't charge anybody anything. My mission work is to liberate the planet. My mission work is to see disclosure. My mission work is to hear your stories and have you share and come out of the closet and tell us who you are, starseed, what have you, to be true to yourself, not to be afraid to speak your truth. And that's what I'm here to do. I've been doing this since 2023 for almost 2 years now. And I'm really, I take my mission seriously with my show here. And I love everybody. And part of what I do is, because I love everybody on the planet, when I do this kind of show, it's different than other traditional things on YouTube with people with big studios and all that stuff. We don't have big studios. We don't need them. The only thing I need to do is have a good show. And what makes a good show is being transparent and knowing what you're doing. And also, the other part of it is, because I don't come from Earth and I am having this human experience like anybody else, but the fact is, I'm not afraid to say who I am, nor should you be. So that's what makes this show kind of different. You know what I mean? I think Bridget Booker. Yeah, Bridget Booker, send me. As a matter of fact, Bridget Booker, let's bring you on here and let's talk about that. I'm going to have a lot of different interviews on here tonight. Now, here's how it works. We love interviewing people from all over the planet, people that are recording and documenting what I call non-terrestrial spaceships. Some people might call them UFOs, if they're not from this planet. But yeah, let's talk to Bridget. You have to be over 18 people to be on the show. No kids on the show, no smoking on the show, no vaping, drinking, drugs, drunks, no religion on the show, no politics, and no paranormal discussion. So we'll see if, Bridget, if you'd like to come up and share a story about your sighting. We'd love to have you on the show here. If you're able to accept the multi-guest option, you can go in the multi-guest option. And if you go in the multi-guest option, you'll see it on your TikTok. You can then be guest. And I think we're going to bring Bridget up here.
Hi.
Good evening, Bridget. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. You're our first guest for the evening. And whereabouts are you located?
In Prairieville, Louisiana.
Oh, very fantastic. Good to have you with us in Louisiana. So tell us a little bit of background about yourself and about the sighting you had.
Well, I'm retired. I have 4 dogs, and I was taking them out in the backyard and looked up and saw this weird blinking thing that was just moving up and down, sideways, and just all kind of ways. And so I just took a little video of it, and then I screenshotted some of the the object and blew it up, and one really looks like a UFO, and then the other one not so much. So I don't know what it was, but it was something. I posted on my on Facebook, and everybody said it wasn't a drone. So I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, and I want you to and you can send me a copy too. I'll give you the email before we end our discussion. But
okay.
So what time of the night was this? And were there other witnesses?
I want to say it was about 11 or 12.
Yeah, and Louisiana is a pretty big place. So Were you in a like rural area? Are you in a built up area? What kind of geography of that area is there?
It's I call it country.
Yeah,
It's
country.
kind
Yeah,
of, yeah, it's it's not city. It's just kind of low key
yeah.
out here.
No, that's a
Yeah,
perfect place for a sighting too. So
yeah.
when you saw it, how long did you see the objects that you were looking at and
Um,
recording?
um, I can't say that it ever went away though, because it wasn't like I videoed it and it shot off. I just quit and took the dogs in.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
uh, but I don't know. I have two different videos. One's better than the other, but so I don't know. Probably videoed for maybe 5, 8 minutes. I don't know.
That's a good amount of time, 5 to 8 minutes, folks. She videotaped in Louisiana these unknown objects. Yeah, I'll definitely look at them for sure. I'm always looking at.
When will you get a chance to look at them? I'm anxious to see what you think.
Yeah, when you send me the video, if it's I might even share it on one of my lives here. I just need to know the date and time of the sighting. I'll take
Okay.
when I was reviewing tons of video earlier this evening, and just before I got a video here that I'm going to be showing later on here.
Hey, while I have you on, I have another story for you. This has been several years ago. My sister and I went out on a golf course to fish at night,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
they had. I looked up and they had a fireball going through the sky, and out of that fireball, it shot three smaller balls of fire,
Oh
and
wow!
then each one of those balls shot out three more balls each, and they were all in a triangular shape, and they were all flying through the air. That was all that was left. It was nine smaller balls going through the air, but it
Oh
started
wow!
out as one big one, then three, and then nine.
What year
Each
was
one
that?
shot it. Huh?
What year did that happen with these balls coming out of
I,
the other object?
I probably about 4, maybe 5 years ago. It was a good while
Wow.
ago.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Did anybody record it, or anybody have any
No, no.
documented video?
My sister's a big UFO. She's always looking for you up in the sky, And before we got out of
Hmm.
the car, I said, "Oh, let's be messing with her." I said, "Oh, let's bring our phones in case we see a UFO," and we
Right.
didn't. I don't know why we didn't, but we didn't.
Oh
Man,
wow.
I would have loved to have had that on video.
Oh, that would have
Yeah.
been a classic. That would have been one of those
And
classics. I've seen.
my sister was crying, saying, "Jesus, please don't let him get us. Please don't let him get us."
Oh, man.
She was freaking out.
She's freaking out, but I would have been
Yeah,
like,
she.
if I was with a group of people, I would have been recording every single aspect of that
I
sighting.
know we didn't have our phones with us, so they were in the car, and the car was a ways from where we were fishing.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
were on a golf
And,
course, pitch
and
black golf course.
now when that was happening, did you feel like did you have anything happen like missing time or anything that you can remember during that period of time?
No, I can't say I'm. No, I can't say I
Okay.
felt anything like that.
So you guys just had a
It was
sighting
just
of really
wild.
incredible stuff, and you were freaking out.
Yeah, she was really freaking out. I didn't
She
start
was really
thinking
freaking
about.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't start thinking about him taking us until she started saying that. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
I wasn't tripping like she was.
No, she was tripping a little bit on that. Yeah, I can see.
Oh yeah,
Everyone
she was
reacts differently.
crying. She was
She was
crying,
crying.
praying, Jesus, please don't let him get us.
Well, no one got you, so you're still here. There you go, right?
Right? I told her that they don't want you; they bring you back.
Nah, we don't
She was
want you.
crying
We'd
though.
rather have you. We want you instead.
So, what's your
Well, yes, our
Where
email
can
address is going to be CMDR, like you see my name,
DMDR?
CmdrAleon,
Uh huh.
CmdR, ALEON, at
ALEON.
AOL.com. And that's for anybody out here watching the show. If you have any video footage you want me to review that you've taken the
Yeah,
last
I
few
do.
days or last few weeks, give me the date, the location of the sighting, and what kind of sighting it was, and I'll look at the videos. They might even get on my YouTube channel, and certainly if they're, I might put them up here on my main page here with all the other videos. All the
Well,
videos I post here are all real stuff anyway. So yeah.
so when can I? I'm just anxious to see what you think about
Well, I'll
them.
probably look at. I'll have to look at it like when I'm not on the broadcast here. So what I'll probably do is take a look at it, and then I'll be on tomorrow night. I'm on most nights. Once in a while, I take a night off, but I'm on most nights at 11. I'm on for 2 hours from 11 till 1 a.m. Mostly.
Can you email me and tell me what you think? I want to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I look at it, I'll definitely I'll email you privately and let you know what I think about it.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna send it to you right now before I forget.
All right.
That's CMD RA.
CMDR L. So it's CMDR. You get me confused. CmdRAleon at AOL.com. That's a tongue twister.
Okay.
But if
Okay, I got
but
it.
anyone out there watching around the world, if you are just getting video footage you recorded around the world, send it to me. I will actually take a look at it. My background's in TV media. I used to do a TV show called the Intergalactic TV Network here in Connecticut for a couple of years back in the early 90s. And so I'll take a look at the video for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for coming up here from Louisiana. I appreciate you sharing your story. And you were our first guest. Thank you, Bridget. Let me just bring her down. And we're going to be doing, again, I'm very spontaneous here, so you're not going to see me do the suit and tie deal, So I can't wear a suit and tie. I can never wear a suit and tie doing anything like this. I just have to be comfortable in my own clothing and, and that's the way I do it. Okay, I think that's getting a little bit ridiculous. Okay. And so anyway, we're going to definitely talk to people here. And Elia, good to see you. So if you've had sightings you're recording, we wanted to hear your UFO stories. If you have a UFO story to share that you've had recently, like the Bridget did the other night, and she's recorded it, we'd love to hear your stories about that. And I know a lot of people are recording things. So we're glad to have you share your, any photos you have, and you want to talk about the photo you took. Hey, Bacon, good to see you. Jim Adams, thanks for the share. Kahar, good to see you. Aurora, good to see you. Sandy. This is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. Welcome to the show, everybody. Wake up. Don't fall asleep. It might be 11:24 here, but it might be later where you are. It might be earlier. Get a cup of coffee, maybe some cappuccino, whatever you want, maybe some tea or apple cider. All right? Many things you can drink as long as it's keeping you awake. Hey, Kit Kat. Kit Kat. Hello, Kit Kat. Welcome, Kit Kat. Welcome back, Susan Mary. Good to see you. Kit Kat and Susan Mary, welcome. Kit Kat, enjoy the relaxation out Long Island while you're watching the show. And it's good to see everybody here. So, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of activity increasing. Tonight when I got out of work, I was looking at the sky and I saw the moon and I saw a planet. I think it was Mars or Venus. I don't remember which one it was. Then as I was looking to the northwest, I was looking at this bright light, and it wasn't a plane. I know I'm a C5 activist. I know what I'm looking at. I know the planes, the jets. I was looking at all the conventional air traffic, but I was looking north for about a few minutes. It was after 8 o'clock in the evening here in Connecticut. There's this light, like the size of a planet, like you would see Mars or Venus or something. And as I'm looking at the light just starts fading out. It's not even moving. This light just starts fading out. And I got my camera out, but it was too late. I got the camera out, the thing faded out. But I was watching it. I was so memorized by watching this light. I said, here, this is all air traffic. Here, this is that. But this thing wasn't even moving. I mean, it was like, like a really bright star, but it started fading out and it was gone. It disappeared in 2 seconds. No, it was definitely high enough in the sky, from my vantage point. I was looking at every angle of the sky. This thing was all by itself, and then it just went out. I didn't have time to get a picture. And I can sense things in the sky. I mean, I will know. And that thing was totally not a conventional aircraft or anything. It just blinked out. but I have seen stars and I know where the planets are. I got my planet charts and everything. Yeah, this thing was different. So I went through all that first, and then I went back to the object. So this is weird. And as I was watching, I said, I bet I know who you are. And the next thing I know, the thing just fades out. Xander Midnight. Xander Midnight is in Connecticut. Xander, we're going to bring you up. You have to be over 18. No foul language, no smoking, no drinking, no drugs, no kids on the show, no drunks on the show, no paranormal discussion, no politics, no religion. Xander in Connecticut, why don't you come on up? Xander, come on up, and we'll like to hear your story. Xander's in the same state I am, and they have a video of 5 nights ago. I'd like to hear that story. Xander, welcome to the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media. Are you there?
Inviting me. I appreciate it. I've been a fan of the show for quite some time now.
Oh, great. And are you able to go on camera? Is that possible?
Sure, I can.
Okay, we'd love to have you on live. If I get people, the only time I don't get people on camera is if they don't have enough followers to go on video, on the live video forum.
Just excuse my hair. But
No problem. I tell people, don't worry. Hey, Xander, good to have you with us in Connecticut. So tell us where you are in Connecticut. So I'm in Connecticut, too, as a fellow Connecticut person. And tell us what happened and what you were seeing and how this all started.
So I noticed that there were no other stars in the sky. And this was actually earlier in the night. It was around maybe 6 or 7 o'clock, just about dusk time. And I noticed a really bright star in the sky and just looked around and like, okay, probably Mars or Venus. I couldn't see any others. So I started watching it for a while, and it was so bright, I can actually film it on the camera and it would show up. Most of the time when you try to film stars or other things, they're so dim you can see it with your eyes, but the camera won't. But this was so bright. And then actually when the rest of the stars came out, it started to disappear. And it was gone. So it was no longer a star. Mars, Venus is just disappeared.
That's pretty strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really weird. I took out my star app and I couldn't find anything. I use the night sky app if anyone's wondering. It's very helpful, but that was pretty striking to me. And I live in Fairfield County in kind of like a wooded area where I kind of see these things a lot, where I have a thermal binoculars and I go on my deck late at night, and usually around 3 o'clock in the morning-ish, I'll film maybe just stars in the sky, and then from one side of the sky to the next. So I would be staring at one star for 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden it would just drift across the sky.
So because I can tell you know what you're doing. You have a star chart. I know what that thing is. You know where everything is in the sky, the map chart of where the stars are, the planets, and so forth. So you know if there's something unusual, you say this is out of the ordinary. This shouldn't be here. You know. And how long were you seeing that object before it started to disappear on you?
For me, it was probably maybe I noticed for about 5 to 10 minutes. But I was kind of busy preparing dinner and everything, and just came back and it was just gone. Pretty clear skies past couple nights, if not the entire week. And today was a really sunny day, actually.
Yeah.
So it's just
it's been, and for people that don't live in Connecticut, we've had a lot of, really dry weather, hence the clear skies at night, which is really a good time to see things like non-terrestrial spaceships or objects that are not from this planet. So you have a good vantage point where you are if you're in the wooded area. I know Fairfield County, there's parts of it that are actually more rural than the coastal areas. So is that the only time you've seen stuff like that? Have you been monitoring or documenting UFO activity in your area?
So actually, about maybe 15, I had a personal sighting. So it was very clear sky, and there was a flying saucer. It was rotating counterclockwise, and I was actually a non-believer. I never believed in any of this stuff. I thought everyone was. It was pretty large because it must have been low to the ground. So as high as a plane. And bright turquoise lights, and it had about 3 or 4 bright lights in the front that they look like headlights from a car. They really look like headlights. But the underneath were so bright that all of the forest was actually illuminated a blue turquoise color.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
and that was incredible. And I immediately told my neighbors and, well, not all my neighbors, but one of my close neighbors. And someone said they claimed to see the same thing at a barber shop. They just brought it up randomly. But that was it. There was no other
Yeah.
sightings about 20 years or so. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to stay on my deck and just check it out, hang out,
Yeah.
and seeing things. And I'm like, I better get a camera. Got a super zoom camera. I started recording just lights, color on there. And then I got a cheap infrared camera and I'm getting the infrared. So the thing about the infrared is interesting. I can't see with my eyes, but it reflects it. So when I shine the infrared on it, it'll reflect off, and you can see that going through the sky.
Oh,
And I
wow.
formation of them, and it was just so wild that I can see the planes that are flying around, and I turn the infrared on, and I can't see this at all. So if you
Oh,
guys
wow.
have vision or kind of infrared scopes, I would definitely say use it. Some hunters in the area have seen some things as well, and they've said they don't want to talk about it with other people because of ridicule.
Yeah.
So I usually let other people bring it up first, and then I'll bring up my experiences. But I've gained somewhat following in here, so I can go live. And I'm happy that you have this platform because I had intended to keep it personal and private because I was worried about friends, family, workers, and ridicule. So I never put my picture on there. But I heard you're from Connecticut, and that was
Yeah.
like pretty striking for me as well. So
Wow, Xander, thank you. By the way, we went up to 1,000 people watching the show here. For all the 600 in here, if you're just watching, this is the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media. Stick around. Now it's going down. It's really weird. It went up to 1,000 right now, folks. I'm watching my numbers here, and it's been very strange. Now it's going back down again. It's very, very strange. I don't understand it. I don't know if my space family was involved in getting those numbers up there. But now it's down from 1,000 to 371. It's pretty crazy, what's happening here. But at least these people came in here, and wherever they're from, we had 1,000 people in here like a few seconds ago. It's just nuts. Uh, but Xandra, I appreciate you sitting down. The thing with the flying saucer, I think it's really amazing. The illumination of the light, to have that kind of encounter. How high up would you say that flying saucer was when you actually saw it?
I would say that was probably maybe 50 yards to 100 yards. It was actually below tree line,
Yeah.
so there was background and it was low, and it kind of
Hmm.
just drifted across the sky. And the area that I'm in is there's just woods for miles and miles. At town hall meetings, people were actually joking that over the reservoir in the area that we're in, they claim late at night they see these lights over the reservoir. They didn't say they were flying saucers, but I saw
Right.
a
Right.
saucer. Um, it
And
was unusual.
when you saw it, did you record it? Maybe I missed that part. Or do you just,
I did not record. That was my first sighting, and I was just struck. It was just unbelievable for me. I was just watching it, and it was probably a 30-second event. I
mhm.
crossed my house and ran outside, but it was gone. So from that moment forward, I was like, I better get this on camera because no one's going to believe me, which
Yeah.
helped me my channel.
Yeah.
Um, and I also have one instance where I understand you're not supposed to shine lasers at planes. It's illegal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with the infrared, I'm very careful watching it, looking for the FAA lights, and you can't see it with your eyes. So when they're really low, you can catch it up with the infrared. I
Yeah.
actually shined a laser directly at it, and you guys can see in my videos. It's not West Hartford, no, sorry. I'm a little bit further from West Hartford.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
He's down in the Fairfield County area, Tara. She's one of our friends here. But yes, so that's amazing. And we have a C5 group in Connecticut. You'll have to keep in touch with us because during next year, in the warmer weather, we get together on the coast here in New Haven County, and you're welcome to join us. We have a really good group.
what was interesting about this story was that when I shined the laser at it, it actually did a pulse of energy, a big flash, and that's in the video, and it just completely vanished. It just disappeared.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
And
This is the stuff that people don't know this stuff is happening. Most people, they're watching Good Morning America, they're watching game shows, and here we are, a person like you who is a serious person, down to earth, level headed, and because you had this experience, it changed your life. I've interviewed many people that were skeptics. I'm a healthy skeptic, even though I don't come from here, and I've talked about my contact experience. When I'm looking for things, I'm looking really carefully at the sky, like I'm sure you are, and then something comes out that looks totally different than an Air Force jet or a helicopter. And you say, wait a minute, what's this? And that captures your attention, right? And then it does something to you to make you say, I'm here, I'm watching you, whoever they are in that spaceship or whatever, they're looking at you and you're saying, wait a minute, what's going on here? Just like the sighting you had where the thing just disappeared. Now, how many people are going to see that? That to me is an amazing story. All of a sudden the stars come up later. This thing was not a star. It wasn't swamp gas. It was some kind of an object that wanted you to see it, and then it faded out. I think, that's what I find is that people are having sightings. And I say, were you the only one to see it? And they'll say, yeah, or my friend was with me, and we're the only ones to see it. Why is that happening? Why are only individual people being, like yourself, here I am, you can see me now, and I'm going to disappear and fade out. So I think you're dealing with an intelligence, not the craft itself, but the beings that are in the craft, I think are intelligent enough, and they sense you on the ground level in Fairfield County. They don't know what Fairfield County is, but they're in a spaceship or something, and they're saying, here he is, let's show him our ship. I feel there's something about that. When I talk to people that are having these encounters, there's got to be something going on there that has some meaning to it. You know what I mean?
Right. And, I like to add on to that, to everyone that's viewing right now, to just let you know, I do not do any drugs. I do not smoke. I actually work with police officers, and I have a national security bachelor's degree from University of Haven. So I actually help train police officers. And so,
Oh, cool.
yeah. And that's one thing is police officers don't want to talk about that because it'll destroy the credibility. It's something they don't want to talk about. But officers have talked about late at night. They have seen things when I talk to them during the trainings, and they'll
tell you.
And what's important for everyone to understand is you want to let other people bring it up first, then you share your experiences. Because that's really authentic, and you're not influencing them. They can share it, and then you can just share your experience, and it's good. So it was just truly life-changing. And another thing is I saw just a single star in the sky, and it was orange. And so it was just a flashing orange star, and there was nothing else in the sky. So I zoomed in on it, and it was just like a cigar-shaped craft.
Oh, wow.
And I also put that on the channel as well. And I could send it to you an email if you want to put it on yours.
I want to see it. Yes, definitely.
And it was just a line. It wasn't moving anywhere. I put my tripod on it, and I focused in on it. So that was just a bright orange. Was pretty unusual. If it was a satellite, it would be slowly orbiting or going across the sky, but it was position. So it was.
And the good thing is you've documented things. The good thing about you, Xander, is that you have credibility because you work with people in the police department. And I've watched documentaries on cable, not the regular TV channels, that talk about police officers that have documented sightings of spaceships, what they call flying saucers. And there's plenty of credible officers, airline pilots, that are now coming forward. They're finding it that they can come forward. And we're living in a different age. Like 30 years ago, maybe not. I think now if a police officer sees something like that, they might talk to a friend and say, maybe could we talk about this? They might have their video cams on and videotaping it. I think now the police department must have some sort of booklet about UFO sightings. I think there is a booklet that the fire departments and police departments use in case they see UFOs, what the protocol is if they have that. Isn't there some sort of a protocol that exists?
Yes. So I believe they do have it, and they do have to document it. And with the camera footage, sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. but they would document it, and they would check the FAA records for what's in the area. So there's so many flights that it'll be counted as just an aircraft because they can have flight logs. Even right now, there's airplanes going over my head right now. So they would just say it's a plane coming on or this time, whatever.
Yeah.
They do report everything, and sometimes they'll just report it with their buddies. They'll call dispatch, or they'll call another buddy on duty with them, and sometimes they don't even report it. So unless it's getting really low and they can report it as possibly crashing or a danger to the community, sometimes they wouldn't, but they would remember that, and then they would share it at trainings with other people. And they joke that, that the FBI has been recording all of the UFOs and creating files for it, and that it's classified, and that they don't share it with the public, but they're doing their own investigations through federal funding.
Do you think that this is an interesting question, it just popped into my head. Folks, you're watching Encounters. My guest is Xander. He's from Connecticut, like I am, in Fairfield County area. I'm not in Fairfield County. I'm in New Haven County, upper New Haven County, central Connecticut. But do you think police departments around the country, or at least some of them, individuals in those departments, are recording these objects on their own time, or what do you think's going on with that?
So some police officers have actually expressed going to MUFON conferences. They've kept quiet and they don't want to talk about it. So they'll just go to MUFON, they'll talk about it there with other people and share their experiences. And then they won't let people know that they're police, because sometimes people get uncomfortable when they're around police.
Right.
So they kind of just keep that to themselves, but they're all people too. Everyone's an individual. So when people have these experiences, and sometimes they have to share it to get off their chest, because when other people share their experiences too, they feel like they're a community, and it's a good feeling.
Yeah. And hey, Skip Grace, good to see you. She's also in Connecticut, one of our friends in the southeastern part of the state. Yeah, it just seems Connecticut, and right now on the East Coast, I've been tracking a lot of the UFO sightings on the East Coast on maps and everything, current map charts. There's a lot of stuff happening on the East Coast. There's a lot of activity. And, I'm not even trying to figure it out yet, but there's a lot of activity happening all over the East Coast, not only in Connecticut, throughout the whole Eastern Seaboard, from Florida all the way up the coast of Maine. There's been a lot of UFO activity lately. For the last year or two, it seems to be increasing. It used to be always the West Coast had California. That part of the world would have like the most UFO sightings in like a month. But we are having an incredible amount of sightings on the East Coast. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but it is happening. Have you noticed in your quiet monitoring of the sky, have you talked to other people that are seeing things that are not usually there?
Yes, so I do have one neighbor, and he does stay out and he does see it possibly every single week. So it's not even just a, once in a while kind of thing. They're here. As real as the airplanes overhead, as I heard someone else say, and I reiterated earlier, they're just flying all the time, and they're using the darkness of the sky to conceal them. They don't need camouflage. They just don't need to turn their lights on, but their metal will still reflect. And with the laser, I hit it, I made contact with it, and it reflected, and then it shined a beam or some kind of pulsar. I don't know. I looked through the thermal, and it was gone from thermal, and it was gone. I couldn't see it with the naked eye.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
It seems like, I think the government is tracking it too, and I think that they don't want to reveal it to the public, because if there's something flying in our sky and we cannot intercept it, that's a vulnerability, and the military doesn't like showing that someone can outmatch them in technology, or that airspace is not safe. Say it could be Russia with an experimental technology. They don't want to ever admit that to the public, that there's someone or something out there that we can't take down. But it hasn't shown a threat to the community as far as flying around. No agenda as far as there's conspiracies, but it is confirmed by other sources and one FBI agent from University of New Haven that they're out there. And I'd also like to state publicly that United Nations Counterterrorism Task Force ex-director Howard Stouffer, who works at University of New Haven, talks publicly about these UFOs in his classes, and he jokes that in his retirement that he would love to track or do research
Oh,
in
wow.
what these things are. So this is a government official, and he worked with Condoleezza Rice in the Obama administration, served the Foreign Service and State Department for 27 years, and he's here in Connecticut. And I also want to state as well, the Men in Black phenomenon that everyone has talked about
Yeah.
actually started in Bridgeport, Connecticut, believe it or not. They started with a man named Albert Bender, and he created the International Flying Saucer Bureau in the 60s.
Really?
When he created this, it was for everyone to submit their reports. And Soyuz capsule, yeah, I've heard of that as well. And Russia actually has open, Gary 7, Russia actually allows their citizens an open source reporting. So all of the code in Russia are available for everyone to see. It's different than America, where it's kind of kept secret and ridiculed.
Kept secret. It's a reverse, yeah.
So they actually, so I actually can speak Russian, and that was part of the degree for national security. In all national security programs, you actually required to take 3 years of Russian culture and Russian language.
So I'm going to ask you a question. You obviously do you have national security clearance?
No.
You don't, but you studied it. You were studying in that area. Okay. That's amazing, you know.
I wouldn't be talking on here. It would,
Well, I know I've had people with security clearance on here actually that were here anonymously on my show. Since I got on here, I've had people come in here that actually want to disclose stuff. I had a woman in the DOD that was joining us, and she no longer is on right now, but she was on, and she would divulge things regarding top secret, and there are people, I'm sure there are people on TikTok, and I try to bring them out. You know, I know they're watching the show, and once in a while I'll say, you know, if you are working with top secret security clearance, you can come on the show and you can share what you know about anything regarding disclosure, what the government knows about UFOs. I always encourage that on my show, and it actually has worked because for whatever reason, those people want to come forward. They feel safe coming on my show because I basically could do such a serious show that they can speak about it, and they know it's going to be a safe place where no one's going to ridicule them. And if they're in the government with top security clearance, and I say this right now, if you are one of those people, you are invited to speak on my show live and share stuff that has been covered up for 70 years regarding the whole subject. I encourage people to do that.
Absolutely. I think it's important. I think that it's time where everyone needs to understand and wake up that it is a reality, and we all need to, you know, take accountability, and the government needs to understand and take accountability as well that people have the right to know. People are seeing these things. You know, I've heard that there are these programs that police departments are reporting, and then reporting those reports to the FBI that gathers it and then sends it to the Pentagon, State Department. So they actually spent billions of dollars to investigate these kind of things. And for them to spend all this taxpayer money, there has to be some fact rather than fiction. There's incidents where, you know, they wouldn't do this unless they thought there was merit.
Now, also, do people, and this is interesting because your connections with the police department, do the heads of the police department, have they given any information yet about the possibilities that there's something that's going to happen in this country? Now, I shouldn't say this country. There's something's going to happen in 2026 regarding major I know all about the contact. I'm very in tune with what's going to happen with this thing. What do the police heads know, or people in different departments? Do they talk to each other around the country? Are they being trained for potential contact with extraterrestrial intelligence? And what have you heard?
So, two police chiefs I talked to, and one I actually work with directly. We've had long discussions about, just like you and I are talking right now. We've had long discussions about UFOs. They don't have any knowledge about any contact or any protocol of contact. The only thing that they said was if there was contact, that they are not allowed to have contact. They're supposed to contact the federal authorities, and the federal authority will continue with whatever procedures in place, that local authorities are not allowed to contact with any kind of entity or foreign source that comes in contact in Connecticut. So they're very interested, and they always say they want to investigate it as well. But the government won't give them a budget to send out troopers in different areas where sightings are reported and have the troopers stake out that location to film the UFOs. So it really comes down to the burden of the U.S. citizen, the MUFON investigators, and individuals like us in our spare time and in our passion to do it. And then we have discussions with the police officers, and they can have those discussions with the federal authorities.
Yeah.
But what it really comes down to is to get it public is going through Congress in Capitol Hill, because nothing's going to be set public right now. It is already happening. They did have the UFO conferences in DC, and I think they're planning on doing again, where they talked about UFOs. And Mr. Graves had talked about non-biologic material being recovered from the crash. That's striking to me. What do you? Yeah, go ahead, sir.
No, I was going to say, I get the feeling, what will, and again, there's enough people that are coming out, former military people, people with security clearance that were in the, there's a gentleman, I can't remember his name, he was in CIA, he was the top person in CIA, and he said the people in CIA that were involved in the UFO subject secretly know that there very soon will be non-terrestrial contact happening. They know that there's going to be something happening. I do believe also, and I quietly looked at a lot of different things here, that as I pieced the puzzle together, I think the Pentagon is absolutely, there are people in the Pentagon that know that there is something coming to Earth, not just something that's already here. There are space people here that are here for the goodwill of our planet, that are cloaked in ships all over the planet. They're already here. It's not like they're coming here. Some people say, oh, they're just getting here. They've been here all along, but they haven't physically shown themselves publicly yet because there wasn't time. So, what's interesting is all these people are coming forward, and, at the hearing November 13th in Washington, I would say, we're waiting for disclosure from these people that they're supposedly going to be whistleblowers, when on this show, I've had people on here that are being taken, I've had tons of interviews with people that have actually physically been taken off planet by positive space people. This is stuff that is happening. And we're talking about people in Washington that are going to go on TV in front of Congress telling us about disclosure. I'm like, wait a minute. They're going to tell the general public about disclosure. And I've had people on my show that are physically having direct encounters, whether it be an abduction, whether it be a positive encounter with space people from another planet. I've had those people on my show. I've documented those people on my show. I know who I've interviewed, so what is Congress going to do? And, hey, look, if you want to get out there and be a whistleblower and try to say you're going to tell the people the truth, I have grave doubts about these people, because where were they, 20, 30, 40 years ago? The 70 years of cover-up. Now it's okay to come out and be a whistleblower. Where were those whistleblowers 20 years ago? And I really do believe that, we need to know everything we need to know. And the only way we're going to know it is if we talk to each other. Now, if these people come out and just blow my mind and say something they're not supposed to say, then you got me. But you got to say something that's going to be something that they shouldn't have said, that they said, the heck with it, I'm going to go public and say it. I think the Pentagon's very aware, and also the Russian government's aware, as well as the Chinese military, and whatever their Pentagon is, they're all aware that there's something coming right now. There's more coming, and there's going to be contact coming. So, the question is, the people that are not educated or interested in the subject, that there are millions and millions of people in just the United States that might have heard about UFOs or heard about things, but are not focused on it. It's not their thing. But what happens when, maybe they will get interested just by having these hearings. Maybe they won't in terms of what's going on. But I have to believe at this point, in 2025, we're going to see a lot of stuff going down. And I keep telling people, you better get ready and get your heads out of the sand and really take a look at the skies and be focused, educate yourself, and know what's happening now. Because I think, as much as I don't trust anything the Pentagon says, obviously they're being forced to go public at these hearings because people are having experiences. I mean, my show's a good point in the fact that I've had hundreds of interviews with people since I came on here, and there's not one person that hasn't had an experience, whether it's just the first time seeing what they call a UFO, being abducted by ETs, people that have had encounters with space people, have had dreams being taken on a ship. All these things are valid to me. I mean, I've been in this subject for so long. Every one of those stories are valid. And I want to see what these hearings are going to bring out. What are these people? I mean, I'll probably watch them a little bit just to see what they're going to do, what they're going to say. I'm going to critique it, but I'm not going to say, wow, this is great. These people came forward and said something really amazing. Let's see how amazing these people are at the hearings in Washington and see if they really tell us any truth. I think we have to be very careful about that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Hey, Xander, I want to thank you, man, for coming up here. You've been a great guest, plenty of information. You have some great background, and I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming up here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Everybody, give Xander a round of applause. And it definitely was a great interview. We're going to bring him down slowly but surely. You're watching Encounters, the late night spiritual hotel. I've been watching my screen. Some very weird stuff is happening. And, I think it's going to happen again in a while before 1 o'clock. My viewership went up to 1,000 the first time I didn't keep track of the time. It went up to 1,000, went down, then it went up to 600 again, almost 700. I'm not even going to try to figure it out. It's been very wild. And I must say I'm going with the flow of the universe. And I don't know if TikTok was knocking the numbers down or what was going on, but they were up there about 600 to 700 people, then 1,000. And why I had all those people in here, the universe must be saying something, I'll tell you. Let's see here. Before I bring anybody up, I need to know why you're coming up. And again, if you have to be over 18, that's first of all. No foul language on the show, no smoking, no vaping, no drunks, no drugs, no drinking, no kids on the show, no paranormal discussion, no religion, no politics. I think I covered everything pretty much. There you go. No matter how I put it, I kind of covered everything. But Xander, thank you for being on here, man. You've been great. So if you want to be a guest, you got to tell me in sentences, like my other guest did, Xander, a little bit about yourself. Good evening, you. Lily, thank you for the hat. I appreciate it. Tell me a little bit about your background, what it is. Did you have a sighting the other night? Were you taken on a spaceship by space people? Did you get abducted? Whatever. Do you want to talk about crop circles you were seeing in England? That kind of thing. Bigfoot, the mer people, the fairies. We get into all that stuff here. Hey, Starseed Booty, good to see you. Thank you for the team bracelet. Good to see you. It's been a while. Good to have you with us. I tend to keep paranormal out of it only because I've watched on TV. Once in a while, we'll watch some of these ghost shows. I don't get into that. I watch it on TV once in a while, like Ghost Hunters or whatever. But I separate the paranormal from the cosmic for a reason. And I've explained it before. Most of that stuff tends to go in the other area, so I won't get into it too much. Thank you for the Brittany for the gift. And so yeah, that's my defining of the way we do the show here anyway. And you seem LA? What does that mean? I've not seen dimensional beings. I have seen over time, once in a while, I'll see what appears to be a space being at the corner of my eye, and then I look and it's not there. You seem paranoid. Okay, that person's being taken out. Who would come on a show and want to say you seem paranoid? That person does not know me too well. Paranoid is part of the, man. He says, he or she or it said I seem paranoid. Oh, I'm paranoid, all right. The commander is paranoid. That's a first, but that person was taken out of the show here, so we'll if that paranoid. Oh boy, I better hide under a couch. that'll go in the history of the show, that one word. Alrighty. As we were getting, just because you're paranoid, Commander, doesn't mean people aren't out to get you. The cider Kev is good. Thank you, Cuddy. Yeah, I do, but I don't talk about them. I consider that's a subject I stay away from. That's why it's called encounters, UFO contact. So we get into people that have been taken off planet. We've had abductees. I also work with the powers I have, what I call my gift. I'm able to remotely take out implants, which I've done. I've documented. I did it the other night, last night on my show. So I have a lot of different things going on here. I am able to, as people have heard about it, I get messages when I'm not online. There are people messaging me on TikTok saying, I heard you take out implants. So that's kind of spreading all over the place. And I'm being very careful with that because I don't want to end up having all these people coming to me to take out implants and destroy them. I mean, I want to destroy the implants, but I don't want the whole show to be about me taking out implants the whole show for 2 hours. I'm not going to do that. You have an implant behind your right ear. No, I don't have any implants. I have no implants in my ear. I wish you had a costume for Super Commander. Hey, Cuddy, thank you. If anything, I destroyed the implants. I don't have any implants. There you go. I have an ear pod, but no implants. Now, here's a person, Gary7 says, let's see it. Take out someone's implants on the video. Show us all taking out the implants. Just what I mean. The people have heard about it. Stella Bella, and I might do one of those tonight, but I'm not doing it because someone says take out an implant. I don't go like, okay, Commander, show me you taking out an implant. I want to see you take out an implant. This is not like WWE where I want to see a real fake, match, and I want to see, Roman Reigns or this other person, show me how good of a wrestler you are or whatever. We don't do that here, I do take out, and seriously, I do take out the implants, but I'm not going to do it because somebody says do it and show me. I don't have to do anything. But usually during the show, if I feel I need to, I will take out an implant, and I will do one tonight. I know, Stella Bella, you've been asking me to take out an implant, and I think I have an implant in my left side of my stomach. So if you've never seen me do this, I'm not doing it and Stella Bella, give me a little bit of time, and we'll definitely get into doing one of those. And we will definitely take out the implant that Stella Bella thinks she has. I'll know if she has an implant. And the way I know it is when I take out an implant on my show here remotely, I scan the person with the palm of my hands. Okay. And when I scan that person, they'll tell me, I'll have them tell me to stop. So they'll say stop. When they tell me to stop, and I also will feel the implant, and I do feel the energy of the implant, I neutralize the implant, and I basically take it out of their body and destroy it. Now, you might say, how is this even possible? Well, it is. I've documented, I have people watching my show that have seen me do it. I've seen people, I've got every one of my shows documented, and on shows where I have mixed it up and taken out an implant out of someone's body, I've destroyed every single implant that the negative ETs have put in their body, destroyed them. Not only have I destroyed the implants, even government implants that have been working with the ETs that people say, I think I have an implant by the government working with the ETs, I destroy those implants too. I destroy all the negative ET implants. And I've documented all of them, and I'll stand by that for 10,000 years, And the only other person that is able to take out implants is my friend April, Friends with Fairies. She has been taking out implants too during her life. Okay? The two of us, we've helped people take out the implants and destroyed the implants. So Stella Bella, and I know some people are going to want to see this. I will get to that, and I will do that in a little bit. I will show people, because I want to teach people something here, that we can, it's not something everybody can do. It's something that was given to me by my space father on the ship. You might not know the whole story about what I'm talking about, and I understand that, but I am connected as a star seed with the Ashtar Command, as well as being a talk show host here. And I've been gifted the last few months the ability to remove implants remotely right on my screen here. I'm able to take the implants out and destroy them. I don't think you're going to find anybody on the planet that can do what we're doing. There's only two of us that I know of that are able to do this, April and myself. That's it. That's the truth. Can I put? Yes, I can put protection around your home. Absolutely. She's asking me if I can put protection around a home. Yes. When I take out the implants, I do a clearing of the energy, residual energy that the negativities did to your home, inside your home, around your home. And that's after I take out the implants, Stella. And I put a shield around your body. When I do this with people, I put a light shield around the body, and it protects them from any negative ETs. Absolutely. You know. Hey, UFO Mini in Japan. Good to have you with us, brother. My friend in Japan is out there. They're good people. They do a lot of stuff in Japan regarding the subject. So the one thing I will tell you, if you don't believe this is possible, you think it's all a joke, you won't be on this live too much longer. I always say it in general because most people are pretty good. But when we get the trolls in here, or the people that are just here for the sake of joking around, understand you will not last very long with the commander. I guarantee you. And apple cider. People will witness Commander. Thank you all for you do. Thank you, Starseed Booty, and you've been on a long time, so I appreciate that. Yeah, the ones that try to create chaos, we just kick around the universe. The Commander is not thrown off the track, so to speak. We've been doing this a long time. That's Stella. Okay, I'm going to bring Stella Bella up here. I want you to tell your story, Stella Bella. And Stella, if you actually press the multi-guest option, I'll be able to bring you up. There should be a multi-guest option with the little people. You're going to have to press that to get on live here because I can't bring you up live. There's not a guest option on your profile for whatever reason. And if you have, I think there she is. Okay, she got it. So for people on here right now, before I bring her up, I want you to know something. I'm doing this because I want to do it, not because someone said show me. But I know Stella Bella has messaged me about this, and she's having negative ETs affecting her home and so forth. So we're going to help her. Now, when I do this, I'm going to let you know something in a minute. Stella Bella, good to see you, sister. How are you?
I'm good, Commander.
Are you able to come on screen?
No, I'm just like in my bed now.
Oh, you're in the bed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to tell you that every morning when I go outside, take my kids to the bus stop, I see the moon above my sky every morning, and I see like a triangle spaceship, and I see like a stars like all lined up in three, like they look like spaceship though, but it's not, I think it's a star, right?
Yeah,
And
probably
then,
a star. There's a lot. You have to get yourself a downloaded thing of a star map guide. If you get it, when you face it to that portion of the sky, it'll tell you what the stars are and the planets. So what we need to do is go ahead.
yeah. And then lately I've been having like something's been draining me of my energy, and it's siphoning my energy. And then I think it's just the Zeta or the reptilian.
Oh, the
Or
Zeta,
some,
the reptilians.
yes,
Okay.
and then yeah,
How long
because
is this? How long has this been happening to you?
it's about going on, I think 3 weeks now, 3 or 4.
Three, 3 or 4 weeks. You've been attacked by the Zeta or the reptilians.
Yes, I've
Okay,
been
so
having like a big old bump on the left side of my stomach, and it's starting to fade away. It looked like a boil, but it looked like a big old bump. I don't know, it's an implant or something.
hmm
Yeah,
hold on a second. Let me just do
and
this here. Um,
and I've
okay.
been hearing noise in the walls. In the walls behind
You're,
my ceiling, inside the
you're, hear-
walls.
you're
Yeah.
hearing noises in the walls and the ceiling. You're hearing noises.
Yes.
Okay. So what I want to do here is help you, and the people who are watching this, what you're going to see me do is switch my consciousness. Now, I'm a talk show host. You see that, right? What I'm going to do is shift my consciousness. I am also a space being, a star seed. What does that mean? It means I can shift my consciousness, and people see me do it. And I'm going to switch in 2 seconds to my Ashtar Command consciousness, which is the part of me that is able to help you. So what I'm going to do now is help her, even though she's not on the screen because she can't. Obviously, she's in bed, so we're not going to do that. But I'm going to help you. Now, I don't have to see your face in order to do this. It's better if I could see your face, but that's okay. So I want you to do is close your eyes, Stella.
Okay.
I'm going to have her breathe in. I'm going to narrate this too. I can multitask. I'm going to have you breathe in and out of your nostril about 3 or 4 times. And I'm really amped up here. So what we're going to do is have you do that as you breathe in and out of your nostrils 3 or 4 times. When you relax, you're going to tell me, okay, Commander, I'm relaxed. Okay.
Yeah, I'm relaxed.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Now you're relaxed. This is upon my hands right here. I'm going to use these to actually heal her. I got the heat energy starting to get stronger. I'm going to remotely send the heat energy over to her. And it's only going to be affecting her, nobody else. It's going to be affecting her. So as I do this, I want you to keep your eyes closed. And as you feel the energy, you let me know. I'm going to start shooting energy into the head. I always start with the head area where the brain is. And when you start feeling it, you let me know. I'm starting to feel the energy from the aura of near your head. I'm just going
Yeah.
back and forth. Do you feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So now she's feeling what I'm doing. And you're located where?
Georgia.
She's in Georgia. I'm in Connecticut. I'm doing this remotely from Connecticut, and I'm already affecting her in her physical environment. Just so you know what's happening, everybody. As we do this, I'm going to scan. When I get to the implant, you tell me. I'm going to go slow. I'm going to shoot a lot of energy into your body so that whatever the implant is, you'll tell me, oh, Commander, that's it. So I'm going to depend on you for that part of it. I'm just doing my part of it to scan your body for the implant. I'm looking for the implant right now.
Okay.
I know I'm pretty close. Okay, I'm going toward the back end of your head, and I'm now scanning down below. Wow, just like I can feel the energy of your head on the back end. You tell me when to stop.
Okay.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay, don't move. I'm gonna neutralize the implant first. So I found the implant. I'm gonna neutralize the implant. Give me a second. Now I'm gonna pull the implant out, but I'm gonna have you feel it just a little bit so you know that it's coming out. I always want the people I'm working with to know that the implants are being taken out. So as I'm pulling it, you're gonna feel something. Tell me when you feel it. I'm pulling it out now. And as we get the implant, we're pulling it all out right now. I'm pulling on it.
Okay.
And I'm going to shake it a little bit so you can feel it in your skin, and I'm taking it out. You feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take this whole implant out of her body. When I have it out, you let me know. I'm actually going to dematerialize it. I'm destroying the implant as I pull it out of her body. I'm already destroying the implant. I'm going to take the rest of it out right now. When I have it out, you let me know. I'm almost there. I'm going to yank this out. It's not going to hurt you. I do this very carefully.
Okay.
Is it out?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. The implant is destroyed. It's gone. No more
Okay.
implant. It's completely gone. How does your body feel now?
It feels okay now, but it's something is siphoning my energy still, you know?
Okay, well, that's
Draining.
something else. So now we're going to deal with that part of it. We got the implant destroyed. Now we're going to get rid of the negative ETs in your house. You want to see me do that?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a second. What I'm going to do now, these ETs are actually afraid of me. I work with the Ashtar Command. I'm working in my Ashtar Command consciousness. I'm a Christed being of light. They don't like that. They are operating at a low vibe, negative energy. We're going to get rid of them. So you're going to see me with the palm of my hands. I'm going to shoot an invisible energy into your house now. The first thing we're going to do is work with you. Then I'm going to work with that. I'm putting a shield of energy. I'm going to cleanse your body from any residual effects. Keep your eyes closed, please.
Okay.
I'm shooting light energy into the cellular structure of your body right now. We're going to clear everything out of your body. Whatever is left or residual energies will be destroyed, will be dissolved. Then we're going to put a protection shield around your body. Okay, and I think Gary 7 is going to be blocked out of the show. Bye-bye, Gary 7. He's gone. Like I said, I do multitask here as host of the show. We're going to definitely clear the energy out of your body. You should start feeling a lot calmer. You should feel a nice warmth of energy in your body. How do you feel right now?
Feels normal.
Yeah. Well, now we're going to put a shield around your body. Keep your eyes closed. And now you should feel the shield. You'll feel normal now, but you're going to feel a shield around your body.
Okay.
Just let go of don't think about it, just feel it. Don't think about it. Okay, do you feel the energy?
Yeah.
Okay, just keep allowing yourself to feel it. Don't think about it. I'm putting a shield around you. The shield is complete. I'm going to do something else for you. Yeah, the commander took out all the trolls. My moderators are taking out any trolls we have. We don't have too many of them, but I took all the trolls out so far. Let's see here. Now I'm going to clear the energy around your house. I'm going to start with the inside of her house. What I'm going to do now with the palm of my hands, I'm going to shoot out an invisible beam of light. Michelle, thank you. And we're going to actually clear the energy in your whole house. So give me a second. Keep your eyes closed. I'm going to start with the room you're in right now. I'm blasting a beam of light into the house. It's going to go through every wall in your house and your ceiling, every aspect of your house. And we're going to actually amp the vibrational frequencies up into a Christed consciousness level. What we're going to do is destroy any negative energy that's in that house that you're in. We're going to get all the residual energy out of there from these ETs. We're clearing all the energy right now. They're not too happy about it, I can guarantee you this, but they can't do anything about it because I have a lot more power than they do. And this energy is coming at the highest levels of light. And I'm shooting a lot of heat energy into your house, into these different rooms, and into the ceilings, into the walls. So wherever they're hiding, they will be any portals they have that they created. We're closing the portals down. I'm doing that with the rays of light.
Okay.
And I'm also going to work on the outside of your house. We're putting a bubble of protection. I'm doing that right now. I'm clearing all residual energies on the property. We're shooting all the energy into the ground around your house. We're almost done. And then I'm going to do one more thing for you, and you'll be all set. And again, if we have to redo this again, we always are willing to help you. My goal is to make sure that we've knocked them right out of the ballpark, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So now I'm going to put a shield around you, around your room. Energy shield, not an energy shield, but a shooting of energy of light. What I'm doing, folks, is I'm making sure these ETs are not there anymore. So I want you to do this for me. This is really important. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to say these words before we end this part of it. And I've completed everything I needed to do with you regarding these negative ETs. So I want you to say to me, I am a Christed cosmic being of light.
a Christed cosmic being of light.
I am now free.
I am now free.
And negative ETs, you are no longer allowed on my property.
And negative ET are no longer around my property.
Allowed on my property.
Allow on my property.
I am now free.
I am now free.
I am love.
I am love.
And I am filled with light.
And I'm filled with light.
Okay, Stella, you're all set. You're good.
Thank you.
Okay? When you go to sleep tonight, your dreams are going to be made better. We cleared all the energy out of your body that they did, energy around your house. There's going to be, I've separated beams of light in all your rooms. The light energies are very high frequency, and they will also protect you and also dissolve once they've made sure that there's no more negative ETs trying to come into your atmosphere of your home or anything.
Commander, the moon that I'm seeing, I've been seeing faces in the moon too. The one that's coming every morning above my house.
Well, that's normal. I mean, you can look at the moon and see faces in the moon. I've seen that's not something unusual.
And I heard there's an emerald city, a green emerald city in the moon.
The moon itself is an artificial space station, intergalactic space structure. The moon is not really a real moon. It actually was put there. And I've gotten into that subject here before. So when you look at the moon, realize that it's simply a big artificial structure.
And it's supposed to like store spaceships in there, ain't it? I mean, from what I heard.
The moon actually has intergalactic groupings inside the moon. And if you study some astronomers over the years on YouTube, they've actually recorded spaceships in like 6 or 7 ships coming out of the moon, out of a crater. The moon is actually a space base, an intergalactic space base.
And I've been seeing like a triangle UFO above my sky, above my house.
You might want to record it with your camera on your phone, smartphone. Take a recording and try to record it, and then send me the recording so I can look at it.
Okay. I tried to, but it's like way up, it's all the way up in the skies.
Yeah, and also download the star chart map so you can actually move it around the sky, and it'll tell you if that's a grouping of stars or, what have you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Stella, thank you for being here, and whoever this person is,
thank you.
Let's see. You're very welcome. I don't know why they're saying what they're saying, but I am going to mute this other person here. All right. We'll take it easy, Stella. We're glad to have you on with us, and let us know how you're doing. I just had to mute somebody who said something that wasn't really nice. Yuri's clip. We're going to bring Yuri's clip up here. Yuri's clip has over 1,000. So Yuri's clip, if you could come on screen, again, to be a guest, you have to be over 18, no foul language or cursing, No smoking on the show, no vaping on the show, no drugs, no drinking, no paranormal discussion, politics, religion, no kids. I think I covered the whole gamut. And I am a professional broadcaster on WESU-FM, NPR Pacifica Radio, a contactee as well. So we'll bring Yuri up here. Thank you for, oh, you're cooking right now. Okay, so Yuri's cooking. Well, we'll be on here till 1 a.m. So after you're done cooking, if you want to come up, you're welcome to do so. We'd be glad to have you with us. So again, we've documented another person where we've taken out an implant that everybody witnessed, 300 plus people, and that will be recorded, of course, and be on my Astro Command Spaceship News channel on YouTube. Tara, welcome back. It's been an interesting night. You know, my TikTok has been acting a little bit crazy. At one point, we had 1,000 people watching the show. Not too long ago, after that, we had 600 people watching the show. I suspect the TikTok thing will go back up again. I don't know how it's doing that, strange things do happen here. And I'm hoping that Sylvia needs help, Commander. Who's Sylvia? Let's see. Is there a Sylvia watching the show? Where's Sylvia? Hey, Mary and Ray, good to see you. Rachel, welcome to the show. Help her. Okay, Sylvia. Who's Sylvia? They said her name. Who's? Oh, I know they said her name, but where is she in the chat here, in the broadcast? Sylvia, you're there? Meriwether, welcome. Mike, welcome. I'm looking for her. If she says hello, I can bring her up here, maybe. Carol Lavigne, Midnight, I think it's Delia. Hey, Voice of One, good to see you. I don't see her. Sylvia Johnston. Where's Sylvia Johnston? I'm going to go back on the screen here and see if I see her. Sylvia Johnston. Let's see if she's in here. Sylvia Johnston. You're watching Encounters. I'm going back on my thing here. Oh, here it's Sylvia Johnston. There, I found her. Sylvia, we're going to see if we can bring you up. Sylvia, I do see you. I'm bringing Sylvia up. I did see her. Sylvia, if you see my request, you can come up if you're still on the broadcast here. We'll bring you up here and we'll help you out. So I did send her a guest request just now, and we'll see what happens. Oh, no shy? Sylvia, you don't have to come on camera. Sylvia, you can just come on audio. You don't have to come on camera. But in order for me to help you, at least come on audio. You don't have to come on camera. So if you accept my guest request, you'll pop up on my screen with just the image. You don't have to come on camera if you're shy. But we have to talk so we can actually help you. So I'm sending another request. Now let me see. In order for you to help anybody, I need to at least have you on the broadcast. At least that's on audio. That's all it's going to be is audio. And what's happening, Sylvia? What's going on with you? What's going on that you need help? Someone listening. Someone listening? Oh, you have somebody in your room listening? I think that's what she's saying. Someone's in her room. I believe they said the Greys are holding her. Okay, Stella, how would you like me to get rid of the Zeta? But in order for me to do that, I need to, have you on here. If they don't understand me. So Sylvia, if you come on live, I can help you get rid of the Zeta. I can get rid of the Zeta in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, I can get rid of the Zeta. I can get rid of them out of your environment, out of your home. I'll send them off planet in 2 seconds. If you don't want to have to live with that problem, let me help you. I really will do it. You'll feel so much better after I get rid of the Zeta. You won't even believe how better you're going to feel. The one thing I don't care for are the Zeta. When they come and abduct people and do things, we're going to kick them out. Not necessarily, Jim Bob, not necessarily. That tinnitus can just be tinnitus. I know you're shaking, but let me help you. Come up on the live here. I don't usually push myself like that, but in your situation, I feel I have to. You're going to feel so much more peace when I get done doing this. You're not going to be afraid anymore. You're going to be liberated from the Zeta. Don't you want to be liberated from the Zeta? Don't be afraid. The Zeta, maybe. I don't think I've heard that happening before, Maria. Sylvia, so I'm really focused on you now, Sylvia, because I'm concerned about you. I'm more concerned about you now than I was even before I even knew. I'm really concerned about you. So, excuse me. So come on up, Sylvia. Let me help you. Maybe. The one thing I know is when somebody is being attacked by Zeta like she is, I'm really determined to help them. I am so amped up tonight, folks. You wouldn't believe it. I'm so amped up that Zeta better not deal with me because I'll kick them out of the universe in 2 seconds. Every single Zeta in the universe that comes to this planet. And I am not kidding. Sandra, don't be afraid. You know what? If I can help you and you come on here, you're going to be helped. You're not going to have any problems. And she's the only person I want to bring up here right now is Sandra. Let me see here. Sylvia, not Sandra, Sylvia. Sylvia, that's what I'm trying to say. Sylvia, I'm sorry about that. Sylvia, I want to bring you up right now. You're the only person I want to bring up is Sylvia Johnston. Sylvia Johnston. Sylvia, can you come up? Let us help you. We can get rid of the implants, rid of the Zeta that are in your environment right now. We can get rid of them. If you'll let me help you. So I'm sending your guest requests. I'm sending Sylvia guest requests. I'm sorry I said Sandra because I meant Sylvia. It's Sylvia. Yep. Yeah, I meant Sylvia. Yeah, I messed up on that part. So Sylvia. Sylvia Johnston. Yeah, Sylvia, if you come up, the only thing that's going to be on here is just the picture of your profile. You won't be on any audio. You're not going to be on any audio. No, Sylvia's still here. Sandra is my sister's name. That's really weird that I said Sandra then. So you have a sister named Sandra. That's pretty bizarre that I even said that. But yeah, Sylvia, come on up. And I didn't even know she had a sister named Sandra. That's pretty wild. I mean, I know I'm good. I didn't know I was that good. That's pretty weird. Come on up, Sylvia. You can do it. Everybody's cheering you on here. Sylvia. I can sit here and just let everybody else ask you to come on here. I can just be the one just watching all the comments. As I'm drinking my apple cider. Sylvia is reading all your comments, so let's see if she'll be courageous enough to come up. You don't have to worry about video. We'll just have you on the audio pod. There'll be no actual real you like me here. It'll just be your audio. Okay? You can't. One thing I can't do, Sylvia, is help you unless I can actually physically have you on here. It doesn't work good, you know. Oh, you're making contact with her? Okay. So I heard that you asked for help, but now that you're being given the option to be helped, you don't want to get the help? You see, it doesn't work that way with me. If you ask for help, if someone asks for help, I'm here to help. I do it unconditionally. Thank you for the teddy bear. Thank you. Put it this way: if you don't want the help, I'll go with that. But if you're gonna ask for help and then not get the help, then you can't complain about the problem because you're not going to get any help because you chose not to. No one's going to even see you. Yeah, she's afraid. I think she is natural. Yeah, I think she is afraid. Well, I would, if I were her, I would understand why she's afraid because of the negative ETs that are doing their thing to her. I would completely understand why you're afraid, Sylvia. I understand it. But I can help you so you don't have to be afraid anymore. Yeah. Yeah. We all have different feelings about this. Again, I was told that she needed help, and I jumped in there as soon as I had not seen it. And, everyone's going to do what they're going to do. They said her boyfriend is scaring her. Her boyfriend is scaring her. Sylvia, is your boyfriend scaring you? What's your boyfriend have to do with the ETs? No? When you're ready to come up some night, you come up. But okay, when you feel ready to come up some night, you come up. Yeah, he probably is being affected, Mary. Domestic? Yeah, it could be. I'm not going to assume anything. I don't really know. It could be. Well, we'll continue on. Okay. You take your time with it. If you decide you want to come on one night, my show's on at 11 o'clock. You're welcome to come on when you feel comfortable about it. Yes, I do. All the implants that I destroy them, actually. When I remove implants out of the body of a person, folks, I destroy that negative ET implant. I destroy it right away. As soon as I take it out of the body, it dissolves and I destroy it. It's never around anymore. I also clear all the energies when I go off my live, just to make sure I clear all the energies in my own environment, just to make sure nothing is residual, nothing is left here. I destroy it all. And I do it unconditionally. Would love to help those people out there that come to me for that. Yeah, we're talking fat shadows. So when we talk implant, I'm talking negative ET implants from the Zeta or even the reptilians. I destroy them. I take them out remotely and I destroy the implants. So let me see here where we're going. And we'll be on here till about 1 a.m. Tomorrow's Friday. It's already Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday, everybody. And then Saturday night is Ashtar Command night. Saturday night at 11 is Ashtar Command Q&A. That's a night where we talk about the Ashtar Command, about contact. She says, I'm ready. Okay. Wow. We're going to bring Sylvia up. She says, I'm ready. Okay. So we'll see if she comes up. She just told me she's ready. And all you have to do is find the multi-guest option, Sylvia, and I can bring you up on audio. Okay. So I'm going to sit here now and wait till I see her pop up on the screen. You should have a option there to go on the screen, at least on the audio. I'm just waiting. I mean, well, you're not going to be on the screen. Your audio is going to be on the screen. You yourself will not be on the screen, so you'll be on audio only. So on TikTok, I'm on the screen. You won't be. You're just going to be like this little pop-up thing with your voice. That's it. I'll resend it. And then you have to press it and accept it and save it. And then your thing will pop up with audio, and that's it. Just only your voice. That's the only thing we're going to hear is your voice. We're not going to see anything. It'll show an icon, no pic. That's right. I know sometimes people with this the TikTok to get on here, they should have an option to press on their side. You should have an option on her side. Okay. Yuri, who's in her house? The Zeta? Who's in her house right now? Really? The Zeta are in her house right now? Oh, we got to get rid of the Zeta. Won't let me. It says she's not able to, her technology won't let her. So she's trying to come up and she's not allowed to come up. That's really weird. Give me a moment. I've never done this before, but I'm going to try something here to help get her up here. So I'm going to focus on Sylvia. Oh, I sent her the request. She's not able to come up. No, she's already able to want me to. She pushed the thing 100 times. She's not able to get up live. I don't, Sylvia, I'm not sure what's happening. I'm going to send some energy over to you, Sylvia. and then we're going to try to get you up here. Don't worry about pushing the button. There should be a guest icon here. Do you see where the guest icon is, Sylvia? There should be like these little icons of people. Try to do that. I'll tell you what, actually, Sylvia, go out of the live and come back in. Go out of the live and come back into the live and say hello. Hopefully it'll reset it. So you're going to go out, come back in. Hopefully it'll reset your TikTok, and then I'm going to send you a guest request. So I'm going to just do that for a minute. Just go out of my live and then go back into my live and then follow, and then also follow me on the live. Press the follow button on there, and then I will send you another guest request. Okay? Thank you, John, for the follow. We appreciate it. You're watching Encounters. She's back in now. So let me see here if we can get her up here. And I'm going to have Sylvia say hello, and I'll be able to know I know you just popped back in, I think. Hey, Minnesota, welcome to the show. Welcome to Encounters, Andy. Okay, I'm going to try it again, Sylvia. Okay? Once I do that, you should just press save, and we will get you on here. Okay, I'm going to shoot energy over to Sylvia. Okay, let's let us see here. Let's see. I'm shooting energy over to Sylvia's location, and we're going to try to unlock her phone. Now, I've never done this before. Oops. I'm praying for her. Yes. I'm definitely going to kick those Zetas out of her home. As soon as I get to talk to her on here, boy, they're going to be out of there in 2 seconds. Okay. Well, I know my guest request, I went over to, so Sylvia, if you're not following me, press the follow button. I'm going to see if that works. You might be following me already, Sylvia. Press the follow button on your TikTok on my profile thing. Let me see if we can do this here. She's going to come. Yuri says she's going to come. Andrew says, I also have a contact with some sort of being. I woke up and couldn't move, like it had me paralyzed. Oh, that's not good, Andrew. She might need to check her settings on the phone. Okay. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. You're watching Encounters, and right now we're conversing with Sylvia. She wants to come on, but she's not able to come on, you know? Jay Niner says, Commander, have her follow up if she hasn't yet. She's on public. Her settings to public. Yeah, we'll bring Andrew up. I see people mentioning Andrew. I heard Andrew's story. And we'll try to bring Sylvia up after. Yuri says she's in danger. Let's see. Yuri, I know you were cooking or eating before. If you're able to come up. Nature Nanny Anan says, wait, Commander. Okay, you can't. Okay. I'm really reading a lot of the comments here. But I'm concerned about Sylvia. I got all these other people trying to come up here. Yeah, I've been trying my best to try to get, she wants to come up, but her phone will not allow her to come up on the show. And technically, I tried my best, I can only do so much. I know she also wants to come up here. And I know if I was able to get her up here, I can probably, take out get rid of the Zeta. So folks who are watching this, she's being attacked by Zeta beings in her home right now, and I'm trying to get her on here so I can actually get rid of them. Yeah, and believe me, I can get rid of the Zeta. Excuse me. Alpha Centauri says I've seen many UFOs. Yeah, Zeta or Zeta, Zeta, like Zeta Reticuli. I don't know. Pillsbury Jit, can you accept my multi-guest option? I can. That's interesting. Thank you for the turkey. Oh my God. I'll never live that one down. Messages might be blocked. I really don't want to assume anything. Who's the person? I have seen many UFOs. Let's see. We're gonna focus on Sylvia in a few minutes. I want to bring in some more guests, and we are going to try to get Sylvia on here. Alpha Centauri. Again, we'll bring Alpha Centauri on. You have to be over 18. No foul language or cursing. No smoking on the show. No vaping. No drugs. No drinking. No drunks. No paranormal discussion. No religion. And no politics. And I'm also host of WESU's NPR radio show every Sunday morning called Cosmic Eye Radio on NPR Radio. And I'm a contactee as well as many other beautiful things that I can tell you about. But let's bring Alpha Centauri on the show. And all they have to do is accept the guest request. And if they do that, Alpha Centauri can come up on audio. And they said, I've seen many UFOs. So I just sent them a request. We'll see if they're able to join us on this edition of Encounters. And let's see, Pillsbury Jit has some things to share. Slay, thank you for the postcard. We appreciate it very much. If you're new to the show, welcome. This is our nightly show at 11 o'clock till 1 o'clock called Encounters. I think we're going to be going later than 1 tonight, till about maybe 1:30. For some reason, at 1:30, we're going to go an extra 30 minutes of Encounters. Normally, we're 2 hours. We're going to go for an extra 30. Sloan, thank you for the heart. I'm really wishing I could have helped Sylvia tonight. Slay, thank you so much. I appreciate that hat. Thank you. I will bring up this other person. And let me see. I think it's Pillsbury Jitter, or did I get that right? And this is the number one spiritual UFO talk show on social media, folks. So you're tuned into Encounter.
All right, hello.
Hey, Pillsbury, are you over 18? Are you? I don't think so. Nope. Nipped that in the bud pretty quick. I was quick on that one. Can't come up here unless you're over 18. Got him off really quick. Not gonna have any problems here. You gotta grow up and be 18 years old to be here. Because it's TikTok's rule. If you're not over 18, I can't bring kids up here. If I bring kids up here, I won't be on here anymore. So I don't bring kids up here. It's a TikTok rule for every TikToker on here that does a live. That's why. All right, let us continue. But you can, as a kid, tell us in your comments watching the show if you had any experiences, but you can't come up live because you're not old enough. Yep, rules are definitely rules. I don't make them, but I make sure I follow them. I've been on here long enough to know how to do the show. Can we pray, Commander? Hey, if you want to pray, that's up to you. But you have to be over 18 to be on TikTok to go live. But one of the things I will say I wanted to show this video. And this video, I'm going to show it to you, is a sighting that just took place. Let me see here if I can. The sighting, this person was taking out the garbage. This was on October 25th last month. And they had a sighting of bright blinking red lights. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to show this video. And again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Andrew, I tried to get Andrew on here before. I sent him a guest request, and I didn't get a response. I'm going to show you this video, and then we go back to conversation on encounters. So get ready for this. Yeah, with AI, you got to be careful. But if you're a C5 activist like I am, you'll know what AI is. And on videos, I get tons of videos, but every video I get from people is from their own sightings, so I'm not really worried about it because I study everything. Let me just do this here. We're going to show you this video in just a minute. And in a minute, you're going to see a video of a sighting. Let me see where I got to remember where this was here. This was located in Naples, Florida. Okay, I'm going to show it to you in a minute here. It's about a minute and so many seconds here. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Here you go. This is for entertainment purposes only. This person in Naples on the 25th of October recorded this. Check this out. A minute and 50 something seconds. He said these lights were blinking like crazy. Naples, Florida, October 25th at night. There's some more right here. Here it is. Look at that. Pretty amazing. The commander does his homework, folks. The ship's already here. Look at that. This is crazy. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Nope, they're not drones, they're spaceships. Very beautiful. Look at that. That's crazy. All right. Let me, nope, not stars. They were doing all kinds of movements. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's an armada of spaceships. One more time. All right, we're going to go back to the screen. All right. So during my shows here, I will usually show you. From now on, I'm going to try to show you one or two videos from October or November. We're in early November. So I'm going to always show you something good here. I'm going to show you real spaceship footage. That one was from Naples, Florida. And a person was taking their garbage out, and then all this was going on, and they recorded it. So we want to show you on Encounters some of the real stuff that's going on around the world, or even here, people are recording these UFOs, these spaceships. And we're going to see more and more of that happen. Many of you on TikTok, like Jay Niner, she's documenting also spaceships where she is in the state of Washington. There are all kinds of folks that are documenting things. So most definitely. Yeah, it is, Michelle, just the beginning. There's really a lot more to come, folks, in this in terms of what you're seeing and the subject. What's really interesting with the UFO hearings in Washington, wouldn't it be funny if during the hearings there were a lot of spaceship sightings over DC at night? I would love to see, I would love it if the Ashtar Command during the public hearings on November 13th would consider at night having one or two spaceships over the nation's capital. But that's not happening. But it'd be something I would love to see happen, just to really shake these folks up in Washington at these UFO hearings that are coming up. You know what I mean? Yeah, we are, Andrew. Andrew, I'm going to bring you up here. If you can come up, I want to actually bring you up here. I tried to bring you up before. Andrew, I know you have stuff going on. I think you were dealing with abductions. Here's Andrew. You're watching Encounters. This is going to be probably our last interview for the night. Andrew, welcome to Encounters.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you pretty good. And thanks for coming on the show. Whereabouts are you located?
I'm in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, great. We have a lot of people in Texas. My friend Jay Niner recording spaceship activity. So tell me about your story and what's going on.
So I've always been like kind of obsessed with the stars, and it was just a regular day after work. I'd worked all day, came home to my apartment, and I was exhausted. And I was on the third floor apartment, and my couch was against the wall. And when I got home, I just like plopped on the couch and just like was laying there, and like looking forward was my sliding glass door.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ended up falling asleep, and it was right around like 6 p.m. when I fell asleep. So when I woke up, the sun had already set, and it was dark outside, but my sliding blinds were like halfway open, like the long ones that you slide over.
Yeah.
And I was having a weird dream, and anytime I have a weird dream, I can usually force myself out of it. And I remember this time I forced myself out of the dream, and I looked up, and there was this tall, like smoky black figure, and it was just swaying side to side looking at me, and its eyes were like white, like I could see through them.
Oh, wow.
And I just realized, I was like, I can't move, and this thing's looking right at me. And I remember thinking, something's in your apartment, you gotta move. So I looked at my right arm, and I was like, move your arm. And the moment I was able to move my arm, this thing took one step to like the left to where it was pitch black, and it disappeared.
Really?
Yeah, I have no idea what it was. I've never seen it again, and it just freaked me out. I searched
And Andrew, when did that happen? When abouts did that happen to you?
I would say it happened about 12 years ago.
12 years ago. So
Yeah.
since 12 years ago, has your life been okay? Have you had any implants that you might have had put into you by negative ETs? You would know better than anybody else if that was the case.
Honestly, I'm pretty in tune with my body. Like, I'm kind of like a health nut. I don't believe that I do, but I mean, I haven't had any scans. I've never had a broken bone or anything, so I've never had like scans.
Good. That's good. So that's good. So, but that was definitely an ET of some sort. I don't know who it was or what it was, but obviously you would have known if you had an implant. You would know that automatically after that experience.
Yeah, it was just it's hard to describe it because it wasn't like a solid figure. It was almost like it was like smoky in a way. And I remember the eyes were just like white, and it was like 7 feet tall. It was like, because my apartment was 9 feet.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, that was my experience, and pretty weird.
And did the being or whatever it was, did it communicate telepathically or say anything to your consciousness?
No, I didn't feel like it was there to hurt me. I felt like it was there testing to see if it could keep me like under paralysis, because the moment I was able to move, it like took a step and just disappeared. Yeah.
Well, if it wants to keep you under paralysis, it's a negative ET. If it was a positive being, it would not do that.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Yeah. That's why I'm here, because I know these things, and that's why I'm here to help you. So, to be on the safe side, even though it happened 12 years ago, since then, have you had any other experiences with visitations by ETs or anything?
This one's kind of difficult because maybe shortly after, I had a weird dream, and in this dream, so it was another time where I came home, fell asleep with the light on in my bedroom. But with this time, the difference was I remember falling asleep, going into like in between, and I heard this weird, like loud, like deep, ugly voice that was speaking in my head, right? And the voice said, "Stand him up." And then the next thing I remember is I'm in my dream, I'm being drugged by my legs, like almost like in that movie Fire in the Sky.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I can't move anything. And then this is the reason why it freaks me out is because whenever I went on my bed, I just laid on top of everything. And then whenever I woke up, because I remember I felt like this weird, like, sheet was over me and I couldn't move my entire body. And then when I finally woke up, the covers were like completely over my head, over like everything. And I don't sleep like that. So it freaked me out.
Whoa. So wait a minute. So physically, when you woke up, folks, you're saying the covers were over his head. Now, you didn't put them over your head, did you?
No, because when I fell asleep like face down on my stomach. And whenever I
Face
woke,
down.
yeah, and whenever I woke on top of my covers, and whenever I woke up, in my dream where I was hearing, it was like a weird, deep voice that was like speaking in my head, but I don't know. But when I woke up, the covers were on top of my head, like, and I remember having to throw them off of me because I felt like I was still frightened, like I was in the dream,
Yeah.
being held down by whatever this sheet was.
Yeah. No, I think that you're having visitations of lower vibrational ETs. I want to ask you something. I'd like to ask you for permission to help you. I think that definitely you need to be scanned for implants.
Maybe I do, because I don't know. I do have these like weird bumps on my arm, but I just think like, you know how they have those it's like a fatty tissue. It's nothing like,
All right.
yeah, but I don't know. They just showed up.
If you let me and give me permission to help you on the show here, you'll be my last guest though. I will scan you and I actually will find the implants and take them out.
I mean, sure. I don't want to, not to offend anybody. It's just, I've never really talked about it to anybody, and the people that I have told, they're just looking at me like I'm crazy.
Well, those people don't count because you're on this is the most popular show on social media. I'm a contactee. I've had positive contact with space people when I was a kid. I'm fully activated. My background is to renew this show. I'm with the Ashtar Command, which are the positive space people. And my parents, they're watching, and my show is being watched on a spaceship right now. They have a monitoring screen, the Ashtar Command, and they're watching my show as I speak. So, yeah, I'd love to help you out, and I can help you out.
Yeah, I'm open to it.
Okay, so we'll start. Very good. So what I want you to do, and folks, as you're watching this, I'm going to kind of narrate this. I'm multitasking. I'm going to go into my Ashtar Command Cosmic Consciousness, and what we're going to do is I'm going to have you close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in and out of your nostrils about 3 or 4 times. And the reason why I do that, I want to get the person I'm helping, I want to get them to be relaxed. That's the first thing they have to do. Okay. And then just take your time. There's no rush here. And when you're relaxed, let me know, and we'll start doing it.
Okay, I feel better.
Oh, good. Now I'm going to start working. I'm going to use the palm of my hands so you can see my palm here. My hands are what I'm going to use. I don't have any space gear or something. I've been activated by my father and gifted to do this on the spaceship, and I'm going to help him. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to start letting the rays and the heat come out of the palm of my hands. And where are you located?
In San Antonio, Texas.
Texas, okay. I'm from Connecticut. I'm going to be remotely sending energy all the way to where he is in a nanosecond in Connecticut with the energy here from the palm of my hands. When you start feeling the energy, the heat's starting to come out of my palms now. I'm going to start going around your head there just to feel the energy. And I can feel the energy above your head right now. You should start feeling the energy of what I'm doing. And when you do, let me know, please.
I don't know. I mean, I can visualize it, but
Yeah, try not to visualize it. Just allow yourself to not think. Turn your brain off and just go with the flow and just feel it. Go with your feelings. No need to think or worry about it. And I'll amp up the energies a little bit more. Everybody's different that I deal with, so they all feel it differently. And now shooting energy into the top of your head, and you should start feeling something here soon.
What I'm feeling is like a sense of calm.
Good, good. Well, now we're going to work on the energy and scan. And when I get to an area, I'm going to amp up the energies of the beams of light into your body. And as I go down into the neck area, I'm going to shoot energy into your body on purpose to scan you. If I come to a point where you tell me to stop, I will stop. Again, I don't know that you have implants in you. You might have them, but we're also doing a clearing of your body. But we're also checking for implants.
Well, I do feel better. I'm going to be honest, I couldn't stop shaking earlier, and now I feel better.
That's good. Well, that's the nervous part of it. Now we're going to, as you start feeling better and less nervous and calmer, that allows us to really work on the implants if they're there. So I'm working up in your head area, and I feel there might be something up in there. I feel something up in the above the neck area, in the head area. I keep feeling this energy around there. Right about here. Yeah, I feel it right here. It's like on the back end of your neck, upper near the head area, there's something there. I don't know if you can feel it or not. I do. There's something right there. I'm scanning really good now. Something right in the back of your neck. It's like the right side of your neck area. I'm going to amp up the heat so you can feel it. When you start feeling it, let me know.
Yeah, I feel something.
Okay. All right. That's what, there's an implant over there. I'm going to take that out. Yep. There's an implant right there. Now I'm going to pull it out. Keep your eyes closed. As I pull it out, you're going to feel it's not going to hurt, but you're going to, I want you to feel it only so you know that there's something there I'm taking out. I'm going to make it so you feel the heat energy around that area where the implant is. As I'm pulling it out, I want you to just let me know if you feel something. Because I'm pulling at it, I'm pulling it out of that area of the neck. Almost, it's like between the neck and the lower part of your head.
Yeah, I feel tightness. I don't know.
Yeah, there's an implant there. I'm taking it out. I'm going to pull the whole thing out. When I pull the end of it out, you're going to feel something like not a pinch or a hurting thing. It's going to feel like a popping out of your neck. In just a second here, just a minute. It's almost out. You're going to feel just a little thing, and that's it. Tell me when.
I think I felt something.
Yeah, okay. Okay, it's out. I'm going to destroy that implant. Everybody's responses are different, so I appreciate the way you're responding. I'm working with your level of consciousness on what you're feeling, and that always helps. That implant is now destroyed. That was in your back lower neck, almost near your head area in the back right side. I just took that implant out. It's destroyed.
That's interesting because it's super tight right there. Like it's cramping.
Yeah. It feels like it's cramping.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Something's different.
Yeah, it's got to release. Your neck, I want you to turn your neck right and left. Just let it relax like an exercise. Turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left gradually. Because the implant was in there, it was doing something, but you're going to see the energy release itself. I'm going to put some heat energy around where the cramp was. We're going to put some healing energy there. So I'm going to send a lot of heat into that. I call it heat, a ray of light into that area. And we're going to loosen up the neck, but we did get the implant out. Thank you for all the gifts, everybody.
Well, I appreciate your help.
Oh, no, definitely. Yeah, now it's totally clear. That's where the implant was. When I was scanning, I didn't realize it was up in that area. That it was a major implant in your neck area, between your neck and your head in the back. So you're real clear now. So how do you feel?
I feel good. I feel better.
Good. Much better. You're going to sleep well. I'm going to do a clearing to make sure that there's no negative energy from the ETs coming back into your consciousness. I'm going to shoot energy down your brain area and with the whole cellular structure of your body. I don't think he has any more, Greta. I'm going to also, the energy of the beam of light is going to scan your whole cellular structure. It'll dissolve any negative energy from the ETs that was in your body. And you're now clear. I want you to say these things. We're going to have you close your eyes. We're going to do 2 other things here. I'm going to put a shield of light around you. What I'm doing, everybody, so I do this with everybody I help here. There's a shield of light that will be almost like not a space suit, but an invisible bodysuit that is very, very powerful, that will protect Andrew. And I'm just putting this around him. So I just put this around you, Andrew. It's like an invisible suit, so to speak. You'll feel a tingling of positive energy from it. You're protected completely. The one thing we're going to do with Andrew is I'm going to have him close his eyes still. I want you to say these words, which I do at the end of every situation where I take out the implants.
Okay.
So I want you to say these words. I am a cosmic Christed being of light.
I am a cosmic Christed being of light.
I am completely free.
I am completely free.
And they'll never. Let's see, what's the word I want to use here? Give me a moment. I will not allow.
I will not allow
Negative ETs to ever come back into my energy field.
negative ETs to ever come back into my energy field.
And I am free now and forever in the light.
I am free now and forever in the light.
All right, Andrew, brother, you're good, man. You're gonna sleep well tonight. You're gonna not have. I'm also sending a beam of light around your home. Let me just do this before I do anything. I'm shooting energy into your room and into all the other rooms in your house or whatever. I'm clearing all the residual energy out that they had, and I'm putting energy around your house and in the ground level of your ground area, shooting any energy that they had residual energy on your property. So I'm saying separate beams of light energy to you. Those lights will be operating on their own, and you are now completely free of all that garbage.
Thank you.
All right, man. I appreciate you, and let me know how you feel. Always feel free to come back and tell me, Commander, this is how I'm feeling now. I want to keep in touch with you. So, and you can watch our show all the time. We're on at 11 o'clock at night.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't know who this person is. Let's see. Who is this Scooby person? Scam Shield on. So where's that person set at? Scooby. I've seen Scooby in here before, maybe. I'm not who that Scooby person is. Who is that Scooby person? Let's see here. Hey, Scooby. It's like a protection. Yeah, he has a light protection around him, Scooby. Elisa, good to see you. Oh, yeah. Okay, yep. I gotcha. Good evening, Scooby, or good morning. I had to take another look here and say, who's that? But I know who you are. Hey, Levitt, good to see you. So I think it's time for me to call it a night. It's been a really interesting show. All our shows are going to be on YouTube, as Truckerman Spaceship News. Everybody, thank you really so much for the gifts, and we appreciate you very much, and we thank you. Andrew, again, thank you. You've all been a blessing. You're a great audience. I had some crazy stuff here. Demon Slayer, we'll have to do you tomorrow night. I think I'm a little bit slightly tired from doing implants. Related to be so we'll probably bring you on maybe tomorrow night, Demon Slayer, and we can help you out without a question. You know, I want to thank all our guests from my friend in Connecticut, everybody out here. If you're new to the show, we're on at 11 o'clock Eastern, 11 p.m. Eastern, and it's time for me to call it a night and all that good jazz. So take care, everybody. We'll be on tomorrow night, and also Saturday night. Don't miss the show for the Ashtar Command Q&A. We'll be talking about Ashtar Command, about contact, about what's coming down in 2025, and we'll talk to you then. Everybody, take care. Be well. Have a nice Friday morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you again. Take care. Keep your eyes to the skies, and you're all good.